Hi everybody, and welcome back to our channel. My name's Nessa, and usually I have Sophie with me, but she's actually sleeping right now. Take a look. So I'm going to use this opportunity with Sophie sleeping because she definitely needs a nap. We've been doing too much playtime, so she needs her nap time. What I wanted to talk to you guys about today is first-time dog owners or first-time puppy owners, how to get ready for your puppy in terms of toys. So if you're like me and you've never owned a dog before, going to the store is very overwhelming. So like many of you, we're also dealing with the COVID pandemic here. And we actually went into a lockdown just a couple of days before we got Sophie. So because we're in lockdown, a lot of the stores that carry dog toys are now closed. So unless you're buying toys online, you can't really go in and shop around, kind of feel the toys, see how big they are, see whether they squeak or not. So I kind of went into a little bit of a panic mode, and I went to all different kinds of stores to see what there was available. So the first thing that I went to go look at, or really quite a few things, but we're just going to talk about toys today. One of the first things I looked at was toys. So when you go to the store, it is this big wall with tons of colorful toys and squeakers and everything you can think of. And you're kind of looking at it like, okay, I want to get everything, but I also don't want to spend too much money. And I also don't know what my puppy is going to like or what my dog is going to like. It's very overwhelming. Like, I didn't even know where to start. So I've had friends that have had dogs and I've seen what kind of toys they play with, but I didn't know what Sophie was going to be like. I didn't know what kind of dog she was going to be like. I didn't know. That's just generally the basic idea I went to these stores with, is that I didn't know what kind of toys I wanted. So I figured I wouldn't go too crazy. Kind of bring Sophie home and see what she's like, kind of have some toys to get her started, and then kind of work our way up from there. So I kind of looked at it like maybe getting one or two of each different kinds of things. I only bought Sophie 4 toys. That's it. So 4 toys to get her started. Very first toy that we got her, now this we call Funky Monkey. So Funky Monkey squeaks, and all of his arms, legs, his little tail have this crinkly material on the inside. So it's nice and fun to kind of move around for Sophie to chew on. And the main reason why I decided on getting this one was because, first of all, it squeaks. What puppy doesn't like squeaks? I was assuming. And also it's got a lot of movement. So with all these arms and dangly things moving around, it really entices Sophie for playtime. So that was the main reason why I bought this one. And let me tell you, she loves Funky Monkey. I think this one's her favorite one. And I plan on buying a bunch more once this one starts to go and once stores open up again, because, I mean, he's also purple, so come on, look how cute he is. So that was toy number 1. So remember, I only got her 4 toys. That's it. Okay, so the second toy I got her is a rope toy. So nothing too fancy. Just a rope toy. It's very small. From what I can tell so far, from just using it from this past week, is that as she grows, I think it's going to have to get a little bit longer, because I can already tell that sometimes our fingers kind of get caught in that play. And it's really important for puppies that they don't start associating playtime with chewing on your fingers. So having a good small one, good for her as a puppy, but I think as she gets older, we're going to have to get a longer rope toy. But I decided on getting this one because I did do some research, and they say that it is good for their teeth to have something to chew on, especially when it comes to her teething period as well. So she loves her rope toy. Again, same thing, nice and dangly. Toy number 3. It's one of these jumper, squeaky rubber things. So if you've noticed, this one's like cloth. So that's one type of toy I got. This one's rope, and now this one's like rubber. So those are 3 different types of toys. So I didn't get all cloth, I didn't get all rope. I wanted to get a variety. First of all, to kind of see what she would enjoy. And second of all, also to keep things interesting. They're all different kinds of colors, they're all different kinds of shapes, they all do something differently. So that's what I wanted to stick to. So this jumper toy, every single color does a different sound. So you've got like a duck sound, which really gets her going. You got more of a high-pitched and another high-pitched. So this one, it might be a little big for her. Because she doesn't hold on to it and take it places with her because she's still so small. But it does have a bunch of different kind of, if you can see there, a bunch of different kind of teething surfaces for her to chew on. What's also fun about this is that when you throw it, it jumps in uncertain directions. So she might be expecting you to throw it straight, but because of its shape, it kind of bounces all over the place, so it keeps her more entertained. and more excited, which is what you really want when you have a puppy. You want them to be excited. You want them to love that playtime. And also it'll help tire them out too, so that they sleep when you want them to sleep. Something you might notice that might be a little bit weird about her jumping toy is that we've attached to Shoelace. So in my research for finding puppy toys, somebody said that getting a cat toy would be a good idea. So you know those cat toys with the stick, and then they've got like a little feather, and then you can kind of dangle the feather around back and forth. That was kind of the main idea, except I didn't want a feather because I figured she might eat that quite easily, and then yeah, that might just end badly. So we decided on putting a shoelace. But now the thing is, this toy cannot be left unsupervised. So this could be a choking hazard, right? Because she could easily go and grab it, and then this could easily get tangled around her mouth, around her neck, even around her legs, and make her uncomfortable or even scared. And I do not want that to happen. I want toys to be a fun experience. So with any toy, your dog or puppy should be supervised while playing with them. But this one especially, because we've added this shoelace, we only play with this one when we're together. But what makes it really fun, having the shoelace, even though it might seem weird, but it's a very cost-efficient way to do it, is that now I have control over this toy through the rope, and I can stand and play with her. So a lot of times with puppies, you have to sit and play with them, and sometimes it's a little difficult to do that, and they might be coming up into your face, might be chewing on your hands more, and maybe that's something you want to avoid. This is a great way to do it. So I put this on a string, and I can fling it around back and forth on the ground, and Sophie's just zooming back and forth to try and get it. So this is great, but again, has to be supervised, and this was just our way to do it. But I mean, you don't have to do this, but we really enjoy it, and Sophie loves it as well. And it also makes it easier if you don't want to be sitting with your dog. Sophie's quite small. Some people might have taller dogs, so it's a little bit easier, but I find when you're playing with Sophie or any small dog, you have to constantly be sitting on the ground or on your knees so that you can be at the same level with them and more engaged with their play. So this kind of changes it up both for you and for your dog. So I thought this was a really good option. Okay, so that's toy number 3. The last toy that I got Sophie was a Kong toy. Now, I have heard a lot of great things about Kong toys. Didn't really know much about them, so I did some research on them. The thing that's very important with Kong toys is all about sizing. So you've got to make sure you find the right size. So I'm going to post another video about Kong toys and finding the right size. And even maybe if you have a dog like Sophie, maybe around the same size, that would be a very helpful video for you to watch. So that'll be coming up soon. But Kong toys are amazing. You can put so many different kinds of things in here, so many different kinds of treats and foods, different stuff like that. And it keeps them engaged for a long time. So now, because Sophie is a puppy, you do want to start them off small and kind of ease them into it. So don't go straight into difficult foods that are hard to get out or freezing this for too long, because if they're a dog or a puppy like Sophie, they might lose interest, and now you've got a Kong toy, you've got a bunch of frozen treats or frozen food in here, and it's not doing you anything. You want to make sure that your toys are benefiting both you and your dog. Kong toys are great. They are very strong rubber. So automatically with a teething puppy, they find it very difficult to chew. And I mean, if you look at it, it's been like a week, right? No chew marks, like nothing. Like she just goes for the treat. Her little tongue gets in there, reaches it all in. She loves it, and it keeps her entertained. And sometimes you might need to be doing other stuff. You might need to be working from home, going and showering, whatever it is that you have going on, and you need your puppy to be in their pen or in their crate. Definitely recommend a Kong toy. Okay, so I think we're gonna leave it there for right now in terms of puppy toys. Now this video will be needing an update in either a couple weeks or a few weeks time as Sophie continues to grow and as her toys go through her teething phase. Now again, this is just kind of an idea just to get you started. If you want to buy lots of toys, please do that. I'm just kind of giving you an idea if you want to be a little bit more cost efficient and if you don't want to go overboard just before you really know your dog or your puppy. Now I also wanted to share with you a few quick helpful tips when it comes to dog toys. If you're not actively playing with your dog or your puppy, don't have the toys around for them to go and grab. So that's what I thought I was going to do, just kind of have the dog toys lying around, and if Sophie wanted to go play with them, she'd go play with them on her own. It's not going to happen. First of all, puppies, all they want to do is follow you around. And second of all, if you keep those toys hidden away, when you bring them out, you bring out excitement as well, because they're like, oh my goodness, I'm finally getting to play, but they're going to play with me. So that dog toy doesn't lose its excitement because it just happened to be lying around all day. If Sophie keeps passing by the dog toy all day, all day, all day, and it doesn't squeak because I'm not squeezing it, and it doesn't move around because I'm not moving it around, she doesn't really care about it, right? So if I at least have it hidden away and then she sees it again brand new, let's say at nighttime, then all of a sudden this toy becomes much more exciting, much more engaging, and you want to make sure that you use these toys as a tool. So you use it as a tool for a reward, you use it as a tool to prevent the zoomies, which we are going to talk about very soon in the next videos, because zoomies are a thing and they are a lot. Another helpful hint when it comes to dog toys is you have to remember to wash them. So dogs are slobbering all over these, they're being dragged all over the floor, they go through a lot every single day. So you have to remember to at least once a week wash them. So if you want to throw them in a pillowcase, throw them into the washer, and then into the dryer. So at least you keep them fresh and they're not gathering mold or bacteria all over them. So you want to make sure that your puppy or your dog stays safe. So just try setting a helpful reminder on your phone. That's what I do. Once a week, you just remember to toss them in, and then you know that your puppy's being safe when it comes to their toys. And finally, a very last helpful tip is also to remember to regularly inspect your dog's toys. So like Sophie's crinkle monkey here, I will be pulling on this end. She will be more than likely grabbing onto one of these other limbs. There will be eventual tearing here along the different parts, maybe even monkey's little ear. So you need to make sure that you check out the toys, that there aren't any loose bits that your dog can swallow, which will be very unhealthy and can result in a vet visit. So if you know how to sew, that's awesome. If not, just look up a video on YouTube and you can practice your sewing skills on your dog's toy. But it's just another way to help make sure that playtime is also safe time for both you and your dog. I hope this video was informative for all of you. I know it can be a little difficult navigating all the information online and navigating even the stores. When you go there, you see a lot of different things and you're worried about whether you're buying enough or if you're buying the right kind of things. So I'm just sharing with you my information. Please take my suggestions. If not, that sounds good too. But I mean, I've only had these 4 toys and I haven't had any issues so far with needing more engagement or needing different kinds of toys. So far, it's been pretty good. I hope it also helped you see that you don't have to go completely overboard when welcoming home a new puppy or a new dog, that you can just shop wisely. So please leave me a comment down below. Tell me whether you agree with my choices, if you would buy the same kinds of things I would, or maybe you have some suggestions, because I'm all for suggestions. As a first-time dog owner, I am open to tons of information, so please send me anything you can. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, and please stay tuned for more content. Hit the subscribe button. And next time, I promise Sophie will be in this video. She just really needs her nap, so I'm gonna go see if she is still napping after all this and maybe use some of these toys to play with her as well. Okay, bye for now. See you next time.